of the biggest lies that people tell. So next time you find yourself telling that lie, ask yourself, am I alive? Am I dead? If you're alive, then you do have time. You just have to learn to maximize the time, be as efficient as possible with the time, maximize your resources because, again, time is the greatest asset, in my opinion, that we don't get back. We could waste money, we could waste a lot of resources, right? But time is one of those resources, it's one of those assets that as long as we are alive and well, I would recommend that we invest that time wisely, be as efficient as possible. So, why am I talking about this? Because right now, just like every other day, I see opportunities that not only I, but other people can take advantage of. But there's a lack of motivation or determination or will to just want to do more, to just want to go after these opportunities. And sometimes I hear people say, I just don't have time. And the reality is, we can multitask and do a bunch of different things. The only question that we really need to figure out is it worth it for us to invest that time? Is it worth it for us to invest time in the activity that maybe we don't want to? And sometimes what I've realized is that activity that we don't want to invest time in sometimes holds the key. The results that we're looking for is in the work that we're avoiding. So if we can, hang on one second, you guys. Hey. Oh, she's on the phone too. But anyway, if we can learn to utilize resources like people that are in our network, people that are in our circle, then we can take advantage.
Hey, Daddy, I'm watching you.
All right. You let your mama work? She's not crying. Okay. Put this up. Put this up. Yeah. Boom. Shalaki lucky. Boom. Just reorganize myself, you guys. Made it home. But yeah. Utilizing the resources is what I was talking about. Utilizing resources that we all have. Those resources could be people. Those resources could be YouTube. Those resources could be colleagues, co-workers, people that, we know, family, friends, whoever. But if we're not asking questions, if we're not telling people what we're working on, if we're not sharing ideas, then you could have all the resources in the world, but if you don't tap into those resources, what's the point? Right? I think I shared this with you guys. I was talking to a couple of people I went to school with back in '08. We graduated. But it was interesting. Homecoming was this past weekend, and a conversation came up, and I said, what's the point of all of these, you know, homecoming celebrations if when we leave homecoming, everybody acts like they don't know anybody and we can't stay in touch, we can't stay connected? What's the point if we're supposed to be alumni, but we only get together when it's homecoming, when it's time to spend money, have parties, drink, chillax and see what everybody else has been up to? In my opinion, I think it'd be more beneficial if we could get together when other things were happening or create things that we can all benefit from. Here's a real life example, and you can think about this for yourself and ask your friends, that you're close with, how many times, think of anybody that you might invite to your wedding, invite to a birthday party, invite to any celebration that you might want to just celebrate. There's no shortage of people to put on the list sometimes when it comes to partying. But when it comes to building something, like building a business, when it comes to productivity, when it comes to a little bit of work, it's difficult to find somebody that you could be like, hey, let me call on this person, because this person's always going to be ready with some ideas, with some energy, with some excitement about working, about building something. But you can always find people that are ready to chill, kick their feet up, relax, and not necessarily do any productive activities. So that was where I was going with that whole thing when I got that phone call. And one of my buddies that was on that call, he already knew what time it was. I could see him smirking and laughing because he knew exactly where I was going to start going with it. Sometimes if you tripped off of how, when there's a funeral, everybody shows up to the funeral and everybody's like, oh my God, I wish, I could have done more. I wish this, I wish that, we could have spent more time, memories, this, man. All of that stuff could be done right now, right? All of those wishes, all of those things that you coulda, woulda, shoulda could be done right now. The question is, what are we doing right now with the time? What are we doing with the time when we're here? Rather than wasting it and doing other things, we could be investing it. We could be creating those memories. We could be doing the things. So, so that's why I decided to just jump on here and share with you guys, because sometimes it feels as if some people may not be thinking about these things. Life is happening and I get it. I got a dog barking in the back, my wife's working. All of these things are happening simultaneously, and we're supposed to find time to, take advantage of opportunities, right? And it just seems like sometimes people hear the word opportunity. Hey, what's up? They hear the word opportunity and it means something completely different than what it actually is. So I encourage you, again, words mean things. Figure out what opportunities may mean for you. And if you're ready to take advantage of them, there's plenty of them. You just have to start working. You just got to start taking advantage. Because opportunities don't just fall in your lap because you want them. You have to get up, go after them, find them, and say, okay, yeah, I do want to take advantage of this, and I will put in the work. And you just get to work, and you get to work. You'll see the results. But sometimes there's a delay between the time you start putting in the work and the time you start seeing actual results. There's a delay. And sometimes some people are in a rush, that microwave mentality, delayed gratification in their DNA. So if the results that they're looking for when they start whatever they start does not come instantly, then, what's the purpose? Why should I continue to invest the time? I'm just here to remind everybody, man, there's a lot of different things out there that you can take advantage of to improve your situation, whether that's financially, whether that's personally, whether that's spiritually, whether that's in your relationships. But it takes time. And too often, people quit before they've invested enough time doing the work or learning the skill that's necessary to actually do the work. That's another video all in itself, because learning skills, man, it's a challenge for some people. Some people pick it up quickly. But I would say, again, for 2025, for me, conversation is one of the skill sets that I'm definitely working on. And as you can see, if I'm live, I'm talking, I'm working on my conversation skills with whoever is on the other side, like you. If you're working on something, if you think about, if you put in 10, 15 minutes a day to read a book and just read a couple of pages, whether it's 5 or 10 pages, if you did that consistently for 365 days, can you imagine how much more knowledge you would have acquired just from reading these books? The increased vocabulary that you would develop just from the experience. And depending on the types of books, if you're reading books about personal development or business, the amount of information that goes into your head every single day, if you're reading 5 to 10 pages a day, by the end of the year, you're a completely different person than when you started this entire process. So it's simple to come up with the game plan, to come up with an idea, but it's not so simple to be consistent and make sure that you do the things that you're supposed to be doing so that you can get the results that you want. But if it's worth it, you'll definitely remain consistent and keep doing it. If it's something that you're doing just maybe because somebody else is doing it and it looks cool at the time, or maybe there's some money to be made and you're just chasing the dollars, it's going to be hard for you to remain focused, to remain consistent when things go down. And some people haven't figured that out yet. It might take, a week, it might take a year. But hopefully that lesson is learned sooner rather than later so that we can start doing the right things and making the right moves that get us to the results that we're looking for. But each and every day, ladies and gentlemen, it's an opportunity. When you wake up, just know that there's a lot that you could do and there's a purpose, there's a reason why you're here. And if you make the choice to go ahead and start acting on whatever it is that you need to be doing, you're moving in the right direction. But if you're running away from that work, if you're avoiding the work, then just remember that it's time wasted and it's not being used wisely. One day, everybody that's here on this planet is going to be gone, right? And some people, they're going to leave a legacy, they're going to leave something behind for other people to take advantage of, something that other people can use and see as value. And I hope that that's you. I hope that you're investing your time to create value that other people can take advantage of when you're gone. Every single day, again, we have, it's an opportunity. Let's take advantage and maximize rather than waste the time, right? If I can do anything to help, I want to be a part of it. I want to see you winning. I want to see you succeeding in any area that you're working on in your life. Whether it's personal, business, relationship, it doesn't matter. I want you winning. So if I can help in any way, please leave a comment, leave a message. And if I can't help personally, the least I could do is put you in contact, put you in a position to talk with somebody or give you some resources to help with the situation. But I am not a mind reader, so I cannot, read minds. That part I haven't figured out yet. But like I said, I want to see you winning. Leave a comment, leave a message. Let's connect and see how we can get you to the next level of whatever it is that you're working on and keep growing. Enjoy the day. Share this message with somebody if you want to subscribe if you haven't already. There's going to be lots more information that's beneficial and valuable, whether for you or for somebody that you know. So feel free to go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification. I'd appreciate it. Till the next time.